I've finished. Finally finished. I even made my own pen. I just broke up 2 feathers, shoved one in the end. Ta-da! This book has made me lose 2 nails and broken another one. You actually do see me lose one as I'm doing it. So, I'm going to show you that I've magnetised the book, so then it closes and shuts. And I'm just going to show you a few pages before I show you the video. These ones you've already seen. One of these. So it's just these 2 that you haven't seen. So I'm going to let the video run. There'll be no story with this, but you will get to see my favourite spells. And I've loved making this. So hopefully you enjoy it too. Let me know what you think. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi! Oh dear. I assumed, I'm sorry, that you'd seen all these. So that's why I didn't show you the pages. But I'm doing one for like a wintry type season. The other seasons will be all year round basically. But this was made in spring. And it's evolved through time in my head. So I've made this weird little envelope thing, and none of this is planned. This is all just grab from this drawer, grab from that space, grab from this part, see if this works. If it don't, scrap it. If it does, great. And I wanted a winter scene without a load of snowflakes on, so this piece of paper was brilliant because it has just got skis on, boots, them things, ice skates, there we go, Jesus Christ. And I'm whacking some just ordinary PVA glue. I used PVA glue and B7000 in this, depending on the thickness of the, papers. Oh, me and my brain. And I'm using these washi tapes that Michelle got me, and if I do remember, I will put her name in the comments. Not in the comments, in the description, so you can check her out. She's awesome. I love this silver one. It's really pretty. And I thought I'd do silver and blue, make it cold looking. But the skates themselves match with everything else. So it kind of works. But again, this is all about using scraps up and making something. There's no rulers, there's no structure, there's no real thought, planning had to go into this. It's just whatever I've got, I've chucked it in and hope it worked. And I must say, I've enjoyed making every minute of it, even though it's bombed on YouTube. It's not done very well, it's in views. I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's given me time to, even though I've rushed this to try and get it finished, because it's like silly o'clock, and it's up for tomorrow, today. I still enjoyed doing every little bit of it. I used to do paper crafts. I used to make cards and books before. Books that I actually took my time on and put thought and effort into. I did one for my daughter. It was all like skeletons and gothy, and it was quite nice actually. I did it for her 18th birthday, so she could put pictures in and stuff. It's probably lurking somewhere deep down in the depths of her bedroom, and she's probably never looked at it, but that wasn't the point, it was the thought. And I also made another one that I can't actually remember what was in that. I do have it around here somewhere, in one of my drawers. And we all know what that means. Never to be seen again. So I'm distressing it with the blue ink on this time, just to tie it in with the rest of the blue theme. And I don't want it to look tidy, I don't want it to look clean, I want it to look messy, like it's just been grabbed and taken on its little journey, and as soon as something's been spotted, it's been written down. So little notes like, I still haven't seen the unicorn, I hope she's okay. Be nice to the hedge pig. He has feelings too. And this is the Guardian. I think I say garden a couple of times further down this video because I've made it in a jumble. It looks cohesive, but in my head it was a jumble. So you'll have to excuse me, my brain is not in gear. I meant to say Guardian, not garden. So these are going to be tied in as well with the whole of the book and with that page itself. And I spotted the Guardian, the Winter Guardian. I nodded respectfully and she let me go on my way. Now I do cover up some of this butterfly by using the book pieces to actually stick it down to get it to open up and stuff. Or should I put it on the other side? But you live, you learn. And I've put on some transfers. They're snowflakes. And I'm writing out my little potions and things. This one is an abundance spell. There's all kinds of little spells, but this book, you can keep adding to it and adding to it. I think there's going to be a really good story out of this. I mean, it's already given me lots of ideas, like the fact that this little girl has probably found it in a drawer, and I'm thinking more an attic now of this old cottage, from 1800s cottage. And you know, every time somebody passes away, that somebody new moves in, and there's always that little box in the corner of the attic that nobody ever notices, and it just gets left there and left there. It's almost like it's got an invisibility spell on it. And this little girl finds it in the attic, and she's mesmerised by it, and she just opens it up really excitedly, and she's reading away through it, and she starts to realise that actually she gets these weird, strange feelings that she could be a witch. She's not quite sure at the time, but as she's reading it, she gets these flashbacks of Elizabeth, who this book first belonged to. And in my head, I can see the cottage, and I really want to paint this cottage. So I think that might be another thing that comes out of this whole book. So there'll be a story, there'll be potions made, there'll be little bits and bobs for the potions made, put into a storage book box that's going to be made out of cardboard and paper, and that'll be Saturdays with the story. That'll be the end of it. But I do think I need to paint the house, the cottage, make it a bit magical. I don't know. My brain's just going whir, 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 whir. So this is why I don't sleep at night. It never shuts up. I wish it did. I really wish my brain would shut up. But there's going to be lots of little ideas that I can pull from. Some of these I might even be able to use in resin projects. I have got a little girl with a teddy bear and a mould, and I think she might be the little girl, so she will tie in with the story too, because it's a very, very pretty mould, and I can't wait to put Aquacast in that. And I also might make some little resin bottles. I have got some little glass bottles, but I think I might make little resin ones too, or little resin pots, just for little bits of ingredients. So yeah, it'll tie in quite a lot of my craft areas. Might even make something out of clay, like maybe a clay snail. Oh, I could do a resin snail, and I could do a clay hedgehog or something. I don't know. My brain is just going blah, 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 90 miles an hour. So that is a button, and I did use my clippers to cut off the thing, and I had to hold my hand around it so it didn't fly. I have done that many a times and heard something hit the wall behind me, and I'm a good 5 yards away from the wall. So yeah, it went ping. So I'm learning to actually stick my hand around them this time. I have burnt this paper and then put it out on a wet cloth. Basically because I didn't want the fire alarm to go off. This is a letter from Elizabeth. And it says, "To the one who finds this. If these pages find you, the garden has guided your hands well. You may come from a louder, brighter world than me, but this remains true. Leave your marks beside mine. A lived-in book is a truthful one." And it says PTO. "Make the teas, protect the forest, and guard you and yours well. The unicorn will show you the way, when she knows your true self. When you feel alone, remember your hands rest where mine once was. I am not gone. With love and magic, Elizabeth, 1893. Actually, that's the 19th century. I meant to write 1793. Oh well, it's still old. Me and my brain tell you they don't work with my mouth and my hands. But like I said, I don't know who this Elizabeth is. I haven't fathomed that out yet, but I do know that she's a relative. And this is a whole long line of witches, and the house got passed down through the cottage got passed down through the years, and the little girl is a descendant of Elizabeth. But she might even be called Lizzie. Yeah. I think I'll call her Lizzie. She has her name, so there's even more of a link to her. Ah, that makes sense. I hope I remember this one. I'm writing a story. I'm using PVA glue on that, and I wish I'd have put B7000 on that one, because it's a bit thicker than the rest of the papers. In fact, I think it's card, so it's a bit of a struggle to keep that down. So I use some tape, washi tape again. I like this one. I think that would make a really nice piece of jewellery. In fact, I think quite a few of those stuck together would make a nice piece of jewellery. That might be another project. Because I think it might need an amulet. Ooh, it does need an amulet. Do you know, I really need to shut up. I'm giving away all my secrets. I don't want to wrap that over, so I cut it off the edge. And now it's time to put that button back on because it just fell off. And that's where that letter's going to go. And I do try and put the recipes in there, but they won't fit. And I do faff. And I'm going to put magnets on there to hold that down. But I'm also going to use, whatchamacallits. I can't remember what I was going to say. UV resin to hold down the magnets. There we go. Because they don't hold with B7000 on them. They're a little bit too strong for the glue. So yeah, I'm having to UV it down. And it works a treat. So I'm going to hold that down and then off to the next bit. And these are all the little notes that go with those recipes. So when this book's put together, those two books are a double page spread. Two pages are a double page spread. You've got the recipes and you've got the please don't do this or be careful of kind of thing. These are the notes that she's figured out after she's actually tried the recipes and realised that if she's angry, then bad things happen when she's making a potion or using a potion. So you have to be kind of basic or happy before you use them. Hello, what do you want, Mr. Magoo? My black cat's just decided, are you going to bed or what? Because otherwise I'm going to torment you. And no doubt he'll knock something off my desk. So I stick these down, up and down. So there's tape's facing up and tape's facing down. So I can get them all to stick together. And then, what are you doing? Sorry, he's really just being annoying now. He's too cute. He always looks surprised. He's a tuxedo cat, so, you know, he's a monkey. And, oh God, he's trying to get around the back of me. He's trying to sleep on top of Bam Bam, who's right up my bottom. Cats, who'd have them? They're worse than kids. Actually, I prefer cats to humans. So, now I'm using some wax. And I left that in from the last time I used it because I thought, well, I'm going to use it again, so why not? Only I did actually stick it to it. So I put all the recipes into this fold up, like envelope type thing. And I'll wrap it with a piece of paper actually, to make it so it doesn't all just fall out, make it a lot easier. And sort of double fold it back on itself so it looks like it's locked in, but you can actually just flip it up a little bit. So I tried it on there, it didn't work, it's too big, too clunky, I don't like it, and it just would have covered up what I needed it to show. So it's going on the other page, which makes it then the double page spread. So yeah, I'm just going to wax some glue on. But I don't put the glue where the piece of paper's going to be. So then when it's down, I can just slide it in and out if I need to. But I could also just slide the piece of paper out as well. So I need to move that letter out of the way so I can get my feather, which was a white feather. I used my ink pad to paint it, and I also cut it down. And I also didn't realise I was on a lean, so my wax went everywhere. And this is a button, and I'm just printing the pattern on it. I think this one's a shield. I don't remember, I'm sorry. But it's cute. And I also put "Be aware, the raven," because I think the raven is going to be a bit of a git in this. But I want to think that he's going to be... I want to say he used to be a human that Elizabeth was in love with and decided to use one of the potions, and it didn't work because he was a rat. And so it turned him into a raven. There's a working theory coming. There is. There's definitely a working theory. And I think he's going to be kind of a nemesis for Lizzie. Or she has to figure out a way of returning him back to his human self. But maybe that won't work because it's like 100 years later. Actually, no, it's more than 100 years later. 200 years later, isn't it? Oh, Gordon Bennett, I don't know. Maths was never my strong point. Because it's 2020. No, I'm not even going to go there. Because I will be here all night trying to figure that out. I failed maths. I definitely failed maths. If I'd have been there, I still would have failed maths. So now I'm using pink just to highlight my heart, because this is a page of love and protection yourself. Protecting? Yo. Now, I have broke this pen. Do you know how I broke this pen? I turned around and accidentally plonked it on my drawers. Good job I've got two of them. There was two in the set. That one is no good now. But I do wonder if I can crush it. Oh God, I don't throw anything away. Deary me. I'm going to have to give it a good try though. Because it is a really nice blue. And I just think that's a waste. Especially I've only just opened the blooming box. I'm having it God knows how long. So now I've got to remember I need to put the pen down if I'm going to turn around. Otherwise I'm going to have to get another pen. And I can't be doing that, that's wasteful. So I made the letters thicker, and I like this writing. This is a bit posher. This I took my time on, sort of. I mean, I am trying to rush this through because I'm trying to get it done for today. And I'm looking at this piece of paper thinking, that could be a good background. But no, I use it for concertina, making a concertina. So then the pages will stick out a little bit more and also open really nicely. Because I didn't want to leave it with the pages too close together, because otherwise they won't open very wide. So I'm going to make a few of these, and I kept wondering if I got the page the wrong way around, because I do want the white on the inside. The pink or whatever colours there are, you won't see them because there's going to be like a roll around. You'll see in a minute, it'll make sense. I'm waffling. So I've got to try and stick all these pages together. And this glue drives me potty. I have to keep rolling it down so I can actually hold it and squeeze it properly, because otherwise you squeeze it and it just disappears up the rest of the tube. I need one of them. Oh, I actually have one of those. I was going to say one of those things you roll toothpaste. I do actually have one of those. Why didn't I think of that before now? Anybody else do that? Think, oh, I need this, I need that, and think, oh, actually I've got it and it's too late. Crafter's life, I think. Oh. So this is the last page, but I do want a book cover. So I want the cover to cover that page so it gets protected. Now, I've had this book of papers, God, years. I got it from Range years ago. I think it cost me £10. And I barely use it because it's double-sided. And some of the pages are absolutely stunning. Like, it's got black roses on. Oh, and they're gorgeous. And I don't want to use them because on the other side it's got black swirls and, well, it looks really nice. And, yeah. I wish it were just one-sided so then I wouldn't mind so much. I am a weirdo. I can't help it. So that's the back. And I gave it a fold so then it opens up easier. And I need exactly the same paper so I can make the roll. Because the other piece I've got left is not big enough. But none of this paper will be wasted because I will put them in my scraps drawer. And yes, I have a scraps drawer. It's ridiculous. It's full. I'd probably have more room if I got rid of my scraps, but I don't like wasting stuff. Because if you do waste stuff, you don't make stuff like this. And I think this is pretty cool. It isn't perfect. It wasn't meant to be. Is it supposed to be believable, as in used and something you could keep on filling in? Yeah, and I think it works that way. I mean, you could cut the back down if it got too full and then make it bigger so that each page can be made thicker and thicker. You can keep adding and adding, and that snick I knew where it were. The second snick I lost it, so I had to do it again. And I used the B7000 to try and get it to stay down just that little bit longer. Harder, to stick quicker. There we go, that's the one, because it takes a while for the PVA glue to dry. So this bit is to cover the concertinas, so then you don't see them from the back. And also you can thread, I don't know, a charm through it if you wanted to on a piece of string. Or, like I'm going to do, I'm going to put the feather in it, because actually you can write in it with it. I did try it out and it's quite cool. Bit thick and messy, but you can still write with it. And it's not even a real one. Well, it's a real feather, but it's just not a real quill. quill, that's the word I was looking for. So I'm going to trim that with some of that silver, because I just think it looks nice, and I'm kind of in love with this one. And it does take me a while to find the edge, and I've got the broken bit of my nail, just running around trying to find it and finally get it. Now, it doesn't look straight, so I'll wiggle it and I'll press it down with my nail, and I will be gluing the whole of the back of this page. All the black is going to get glued because I want it to be a little bit more sturdy. So these pages are for the winter, and we've got, I haven't seen the unicorn yet. I hope she's okay. I spotted the winter guardian. I nodded respectfully and she let me go on my way. The big blue butterfly is the winter guardian. I keep saying garden, I'm sorry. Right, this one is one of my favourites. Fool's Bane Boundary Brew. Rosemary, bay leaf, black tea and a pinch of salt. Do it very strong. Has to be strong. Drink the tea while writing the names of people's behaviours you're no longer going to tolerate. Burn the paper. Safely, of course. That way, all bad behaviours stop. This one is an abundance spell. You have to collect the perfect snowflake and the potion river water in the peak of winter. It has to have thyme in it and hedgehog prickle found on the ground, and you have to grind it into a powder. Now, once you've collected the perfect snowflake on your tongue, you have to drink the potion. You've got to be gentle on the hedge pig. He has feelings. Honey ash reflection tea. Lavender tea, honey, edible ash, a tiny pinch. Sit quietly and remember to breathe. And it's for thinking clearly. During the winter months, thoughts untangle themselves. And I just thought they was quite apt, quite good, because we all need to remember to breathe, don't we? We all do, yes. And we all would like to get rid of certain people that get on our nerves. And I did like that blue butterfly sticker. I just thought that made much more sense to have that in the winter. And yes, I did just use a sticker. There is something seriously wrong with me. I'm using a sticker. This is a button. I just clipped off the thing, as you saw in the video. Now this one is a letter, and this is the letter to whoever picks up the book. To the one who finds this, if these pages find you, the garden has guided your hands. You may live, blah blah blah. I'll read it all anyway, later. But I put down a raven feather, and you have to be warned. Be warned, the raven. And here is some recipes, and I've put some magnets here to hold that down as well. And we've got a gain confidence, but don't use it when you're angered, may cause death. This one is only for self when in a good mood, the black cone resolve, and all those recipes are here. This can turn horrible people into monsters. Night root severing potion, not to be done while angry. Severing may end badly, as in a soul, or worse. The black pine working. Think of the person, do not speak. Make it too strong, it can be, it could be dire. Might just not sever the bad behaviour, it might sever something else. So these are all my potions. They're all the recipes. And one's got emotional closure, night root severing thing. They're all the potions. These are the little, oh my god, don't do that notes. So these are all in there nicely. And this says only in emergencies, not to be messed with. So you don't add extras, you don't faff about with the recipes. If you do, bad things happen. And it's not a good idea. And that one's stuck down. Oops. Oh well. There's all sorts like ground pine cones and ash, and this is the back page. Now this has got some of my favourites in it. I think they're quite cool. I mean, this does say love, but it is actually for self-preservation, basically. Now this one is heart tea. Basically, if you fell in love with the wrong person, it's chamomile, weep from a willow, drop of vanilla, steep slowly, drink quietly, and it helps to process grief and growth. And this one is self-worth bloom. Dandelion petals, honey, warm milk, stir while saying out loud what you like about yourself. And yes, out loud. What's this one? This one. Mirror leaf. It's a clarity wash. Mint leaves, lemon peel and cold water. Crushed together, wash hands in it before speaking. Shows clarity in others' words. Weeds out fakers. And this one. Don't use on any one person. Won't last. And this is a love potion, basically. Love drawing petal syrup. This may not last, do not increase. If they are not right, let them go. Fresh picked rose petals. Teaspoon of honey. Warm water. Mirror. Stir in honey, clockwise as you steep. Look into the mirror. Recite the qualities you require, not the person. Doesn't work that way, you see. Should always look for the things you'd like to have, not the things that look good on the outside. And this one, narcissus repelling draft, garlic skin, thyme, I almost said lime, black pepper, hot water, steep, don't drink, pour over hands and body, repels morons. And then we've got the back cover, which has got a nice little ribbon on it, which seems to be coming up. I mean, I need to stick that down again a bit. I've only just finished this. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's up for today. So I've now got to do a voiceover. So wish me luck. Why won't you fasten now? Don't be silly, bum. Yeah. I may need to adjust that. So it's supposed to be found by a little girl, and she can add to this or rejig some of the recipes, but if it says don't do that, she can't, because there's experience in this book. So my feeling is I'm going to, now this is finished, I'm going to take things from this book, I'm going to make a story. While I'm making the story, I'm going to make little potions, little bits and bobs that can fit into this box, and I'm going to do that over the week, and then Saturday will be the story and me completing the box with the stuff inside. I hope, and hopefully I won't be so last minute as I am right now. So if you liked what you see, please give me a thumbs up, because this one tanked last time and the time before that. I mean, I know it's not brilliant, but I've enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think it can give people little ideas of what they can shove in a book, or how to make a book without bookbinding glues and without proper stuff. This is all just made out of chipboard and paper and ink and well, a bit of UV resin to try and keep that down, and wax, and it's all just scraps, scrappy scraps. So the concertina bits is just to hold it, make it easier to get more stuff in, so then you've got extra space, and it helps you to turn your pages. I mean, right now it's almost a full book if you hold it when you hold it shut, but you can add more and more and more, and you can also cut down there and make it bigger if you wanted to add to it. So yeah, if you like what you see, give me a good thumbs up, and I shall see you all next time. See you on Tuesday. And what's next is the video that was part 2, and I'll also put up a card at the end for part 1. So if you do want to see the whole thing done, crack on and enjoy. Grab a cuppa, some biscuits, you know. Bye bye.